Okay.
All right, we just got finished with a great interview today on Rich Life Radio with Ron Broussard. We're talking about relationships and the rule of five. Ron, what do you think is? Give us your interpretation or your explanation of the rule of five.
Well, I'm gonna give some main keys,
Okay.
if you don't mind. One of the first things that you want to do with the rule of five is write it down. Write it down. Write it down. That's very important. You have to have it clear and defined. For example, I want to lose 20 pounds is not great. You want to say I want to lose 20 pounds is the major goal, of course, but you want to say I want to lose 2 pounds um, in the next 2 weeks up until May 1st or up until June 6th. You have to make it clear, defined, and put a
Specific.
date. Clear, defined, and specific. More importantly, take action. That's one of the greatest things that people do not do. Some people write them down and that's great and fine, but they don't take action. So you definitely have to take action. And then, of course, have that feedback. See how you're doing. Evaluate yourself. And then if you need to make some directions to change anything that you're doing and go for it from there, then go for it.
Well, let's talk about excuses. And we talk about when in coaching. Sometimes when I see people with blocks or excuses, it's a mirror to myself. How do you get through somebody that says, I'm going to start losing weight, I'm going to start working on this relationship, I'm going to start my business goals when I clean this mess up, when it's really just an excuse to put it off?
The best thing for you to do is to take care of it and start that discipline now. One of my clients, he owes $250,000, and he was like, I'm going to wait until I pay off this debt before I'm able to do this and go out and enjoy with your family and go out and do these things that he wants to do with his business. And I told him one thing. I said, when you got into debt, were you having fun? Were you enjoying yourself? Were you taking vacations? So the same thing should be applied. You should still have that discipline, but you need to start now and take those small steps. Again, we're going back to the rule of five of saying take those small, consistent steps every day to do the things that you need to do to accomplish your goals.
Right. Very good. And also, if you have a major goal, we can take 5 steps towards that goal, which it may be making X amount of dollars or losing X amount of pounds. But you can also do the rule of five to 5 different areas of your life you want to improve. The important thing is just to be taking action instead of waiting 6 months, a year, 10 years, 20 years get by, and you're like, oh, I meant to do that.
That is true. A perfect example or a good story that I give at some of my seminars, I tell them, I said, just imagine yourself and you're on a deathbed. And instead of you being on your deathbed, instead of you on your deathbed and you're surrounded by your family and friends, just imagine all those ideals and all those dreams and all those goals that you had were standing around you. They're looking at you with angry eyes and they're looking at you like they're saying, we came to you. We came to you to give you life. And now we have to die with you because you can't take that elsewhere. The same thing applies. You don't want that vision or that dream or that hope or that passion to die with you. You only have one life and one chance, so don't limit yourself. Don't defeat yourself. Start now. Do that rule of five. Keep it going. Gain that momentum. I know you've heard on TV where they talk about, let's say the Atlanta Hawks are winning. They keep that 7-game momentum going. They're going to make it into the playoffs. Momentum is key. When you take action, you create momentum. When you create momentum, you get results.
Very good.